We're recording there. Hi, welcome to Practically Divinesage. This week's Energy Collective forecast is for the week of May 15th in the year 2023. For this week, we're using a different deck. The deck that I felt called to for this week is called Tarot of Dragons by Sean Mackenzie. Let's get to it, shall we? So I'm hoping this past week y'all have been surviving pretty all right. It's been pretty decent for you. I'm basing on the assumption that a lot of us have things going on and things take time. As you may recall from last week, building from the eclipse energy, which is still partially in place. Any new projects or things like that that need to occur are now being built upon. Before, 2 weeks ago, even 3 weeks ago, we were cutting a lot of things out and decluttering things in our space, in our mind, letting go of toxic relationships or things that just weren't going anywhere. That applies to things like the job or any other hobbies or maybe things that you were making, and not just relationships. If y'all are new here, what I usually do is I just let all the cards come out and then I go back and review it just so that I don't cut off the spirits in the message. Because sometimes I find that when we stop ourselves to take a look at the cards, we start trying to figure out what they mean before they're even finished with, their sentence. So we're back. I had to take notes and rearrange. So this week's reading is very different from the past 3 weeks of readings because we have 2 separate messages here. Had to rearrange the cards because we're talking to 2 groups of people in the current state that things are. So for the first group of people, we have, my God, my cards are getting dirty. We have the Sire of Wands and the Devil card, followed by the 3 of Swords, a reversed High Priestess, and a reversed Sire of Pentacles. The Sires are kings, by the way, if you're confused. Then the results are Knight of Swords and the Shaman, which is also relative to the Magician when it comes to traditional tarot. So for the first message, many of you are obsessing over the outcomes of your relationships, or that was a door. And don't worry about it, not a spiritual thing. Okay, my AC turned on, so no spooky ooky right now. Many of you are kind of obsessing over the outcomes of relationships, the outcomes of certain projects, maybe things at work are not going the way that you want them to, and you're kind of not fizzling, kind of boiling right now. You're like boiling yourself in your brain, like the steam's rolling. You're like, why is it not working? Why is it not working? I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm doing this. It should be like this. This is how I did this thing, and I should be getting that money, or I should be getting this promotion, but it's not happening. Why? You're obsessing too much and you're hurting yourself. Sorry, I'm laughing. You're obsessing too much, you're hurting yourself, you're hindering yourself from the ability of being creative because you are withholding your intuition. You're not allowing yourself to make the decisions naturally because you have that intuition. You know what you know about yourself. You know how to do your job, or you know who you are as a person and what you contribute into a relationship. But rather than doing something out of instinct, you're choosing to go with maybe logic, or you're saying, I know that this person likes this, but you keep hitting a roadblock when it comes to your projects or it comes to relationships because you keep doing what other people want you to do. And so it's affecting your ability to succeed because you're not being you. You're not putting forth your best foot forward. You're not putting forth your energy. You're not contributing, the best parts of yourself. You're just doing what other people want you to do versus doing what the magician, doing what you know already and trusting that you've done your homework, that you've done the healing yourself and you can contribute to a relationship, or you know exactly what you could do for your job and get a promotion, or you're holding yourself back because of these expectations that you have of succeeding in something. You want it to be perfect, and you get so caught up mentally in the perfection of an outcome, what a relationship's supposed to look like, what the completion of some project or hobby's supposed to look like, or what it's supposed to look like when you get that raise, and the things you're going to do that get you that raise, that it's not working because you're not flowing with life. You're not just going with the energy and instinctively responding to everyone around you. You're like this. You're like a horse on the racetrack. I got my blinders on. I'm going to go straight, because if I go straight, I know I'm going to get to if I go like this and I keep going this way, I'm going to get to the end. Sorry, horse. The track is not a straight line to the finish line. Sometimes you're going to have to take a turn, and sometimes when you make that turn, someone's in front of you, and so you're going to have to... Our brains are very logical, and that we're like, okay, step 1, step 2, step 3, bump, bump, beam, boom, boom, beam, got there. But life is very much like, no. You're gonna trip here, and you're gonna meet this person, and you're gonna make like a little side quest, and then you're gonna come back, and then you're gonna maybe do like step 2 or 3, and then you're gonna make like another side quest, or we're gonna take a nap here, or oh, sorry, you just tripped, we gotta start over. Like, so y'all need to work on following your instincts and being receptive and responsive to the world around you. Not just fully maintaining a certain expectation in your brain and being like, it has to be this way, and I'm going to go through every single step and do every single possible thing I can to have the perfect outcome, because perfection does not exist. All right, first one, done, out the way. This is for the second group of people. So what this one is talking about is we're not seeing or comprehending what's in front of us in a manner that's aiding us in making decisions, or the correct decisions in the moment for the things that we got going on in our lives. Whether, part of that is you're not giving yourself enough time to self-reflect on certain decisions or contemplate like things that are going on that impact you personally or impact your family. You're not taking the time to decide what your options are. You're kind of just like, shit, my car broke down. I gotta do this, I gotta do that, I gotta go to the mechanic, but I need money to pay the light bill. Let me try and fix the car, and then I'm gonna go DoorDash. Your brain's just like, I need to find money. How can I find money? DoorDashing or something. Or like Lyft driving. Without realizing, in this scenario, yes, doing something like driving around delivering food or being basically a chauffeur, your car has an issue. And yeah, you can go to the mechanic, diagnose the problem, work on the car, and then to make money back, because it's basically a gig, do that. But what you may not realize in deciding that decision, because of whether it's urgency or you have a fear, like a fear-based mentality of like, oh my God, I need money because I don't have money, I need to pay these bills, but now I have to pay money to fix this car. You're going to take that car and you're going to use it to make money, and then the car breaks down again. So there's a lot of situations like that people are falling into, that they're not reflecting on the issues at hand, or they're not reflecting on what the possible outcomes could be of the decisions that they're making. They're just like, I gotta get shit rolling, I gotta do this, I gotta get that money, I gotta be here, I gotta be there, we're just gonna do this. Same with the first message. Y'all are driving yourselves crazy. And a lot of it's anxiety, it's fear-based things. But some of you are either like, first message, some of you are like this. And you're not turning your heads. And even if you turn your head, you're seeing a lot less than what you did just like this. And then the others of you are like, ah! And you're just like, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna be okay. And then you're not okay. So can we slow down? Get creative. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Don't be afraid to do something that's out of the norm. Don't be afraid. Even in the scenario that I gave, you could sell things. You might have some artwork that you purchased, or you might have something limited edition, or you might have some, books, video games, things like that you don't use anymore. We got to reflect, we got to slow down, we got to get creative, because even just the car scenario that I gave, some of you are consistently running, hitting a wall, running, hitting a wall. Why aren't you looking for a door? Or why aren't you going outside and going around the back? Like, think a little bit more. Feel through it. Follow your intuition. You might be denying yourself an option because you logic your way the hell out of an option. Whether that's asking somebody for help, whether another way to help yourself. And it seems to be a constant theme. And we're all supposed to be moving forward, but we keep it just makes me sad, y'all. It just makes me sad.